All right. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Board of Supervisors is back in session. Before us is a timed item for 2:45, and we're keeping right on schedule today. So this item before us is review and provide direction for regarding private applications for the general plan land use map designation amendments for possible inclusion in the draft general plan update and the associated draft program environmental impact report. To the planning team,
okay.
Ms. Allison Glassy.
Yes, Allison Glassy, Assistant CEO. This is the planning team's project, along with a lot of other people, and it is part of the general plan update process. And at the January 14th workshop, or work session, you heard a range of these applications and gave direction. And at that workshop, you also gave direction that 6 of them were kind of allowed an opportunity to meet with the planning team and to talk about density levels and to see if they wanted to modify their proposals in such a way that they might be considered for inclusion in the general plan. So this is the follow-up to that, and there are 3 components to the follow-up. One is the report from PMC, the consultants on the general plan update process, that talks about the timeframes and the costs of inclusion. That was a question that the board had, and we will be prepared to answer that. The second part of it is follow-up on those 6 applications and the discussions that they had with the planning team. And then the last part of it has to do with, there were 4 additional people who had applications in on the January 14th workshop, but had not necessarily requested or didn't realize that they could request to have follow-up discussions with the planning team. And they've come forward for further consideration. So you will be asked first if you wish to consider those 4 additional requests, and then staff are prepared to go through the specifics of those requests so you could give direction on each one of them individually. In going through this, Beth Thompson is the consultant from PMC, and then Phil Gorney is the manager for the planning team. We're thinking that it would be most efficient to go all the way through the presentation, or maybe go all the way through up to the 6, then have the board review that, and then
Take action at that point on
take
those.
action, and then decide whether you want to proceed with the 4, and then go through the rest of that. So I think that would be the way to do it. Go all the way through all 6, then you can provide direction on that, and then provide direction on the 4.
Does that
So-
meet the board's satisfaction? Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you
Please
very much.
proceed.
Good afternoon, Board. I'm Beth Thompson with PMC, and it's my pleasure to present some information to you regarding the approach to the environmental analysis for the general plan update, how the general plan applications, the land use map change requests, will be addressed in the environmental review process, and then also to discuss staff's recommendations regarding the general plan update applications that were referred to staff, and then lastly to identify the 4 applications requesting reconsideration. And first, what is the California Environmental Quality Act? What does it do? What doesn't it do? What's the overall intention with the process? CEQA is intended to consider a wide variety of environmental effects for a range of public and private projects. It provides for the disclosure of environmental effects of a proposed decision. It lets the public as well as agencies provide